Hey, kids, how would you like to hear this on the screen instead of the great show you came to see? That's what you sound like. Honest. Please cooperate and do your part in keeping this theater quiet so everyone, including you, can enjoy it.
Feeling it. Loving it.
How you feeling today?
Big show today.
This is
So
a big.
excited.
This song has big Jason's Deli energy.
This is Jason's Deli. This is the Jason Deli of the intros.
I'm still trying to get over the Jason's Deli thing. I don't know if I ever will.
Welcome in, everybody. Friday edition of the DNVR Nuggets podcast, the DNBA show. Animal edition. I'm Adam Mattes. I'm joined by somebody who gets more dad energy every single time I see him. Today he was grilling while preparing for the show. It was incredible. It's Brendan Vogt.
Hey guys, how are we doing? Very excited to talk about some animals with you today, and maybe even some Nugget stuff. Who knows?
Who knows? We might mess around and talk some Nuggets. I'm also joined the Peloton Prince himself. We are in the presence of royalty. It's Harrison Wynn.
I'm coming off a new personal record on a 30-minute Peloton ride, guys.
Wow.
Big week. Big
Wow.
week.
Big
That's
weekend,
awesome,
yeah.
man.
Big week.
Very impressed. And then also a man who has been known to eat Harrison Wynn pick favorite caramel apple pop. Do you have it there? Are we still working on that thing? It's the gift that keeps on giving. Look at that. It's D-Line Co.
Yeah, here's the comedy and the tragedy of the entire thing is that I had to get lectured about what a great pick the caramel apple pop was. Oh, you could see that coming. I have one type of candy in my home. I had it during the draft. It's the caramel apple pop. Still did not make my board because who cares? What a throwaway candy.
It's so bad it just found its way into your home somehow.
No, it just,
I don't know how that ever would have happened.
Because it's a candy for adults who've given up. I mean, who cares?
Who have given up.
So today, guys, if you've been following the show the last week or so, we've been drafting, prepare for the NBA draft, and we've been drafting random things. We've done a lot of foods. We're going to shift gears this time and go to animals. I mean, it could be food. I mean, it could be food. I guess that's how you draft.
Dark off the start.
That is not how I arrange my big board. I just want to make that clear. Not with food in mind.
We're also, at the end of the show, there's been a bunch of new city jerseys that have come out for next year. So, of course, we have our visual arts expert. Is that what you're called, a visual artist?
I would say I'm just like a guy with Photoshop is who I am.
Okay, a guy with Photoshop is going to help us kind of go through those. But first, of course, this is a Denver Nuggets show, and we always start with Denver Nuggets topics. And, I was listening to our good friend Mike Singer, Denver Post, fantastic reporter, on the Locked On Nuggets podcast with Matt Moore, shouts to the homie. And they brought up the belief that the Nuggets moving up in this draft would not only not surprise them, but maybe even a prediction. Likely that the Nuggets have their eyes on somebody that would fall ahead of 22 and would maybe move up. Guys, we've talked about a lot of possibilities, and we've referenced that one more as in of like a thing that could happen, just logically. But we haven't really given it that much screen time or discussion time, and I wanted to bring it up now. So, when we go through the big boards, there's a lot of 22 is exactly where the cutoff is, right? Like it's it's just so hard. It's so hard to focus when people are throwing animals and food things.
Cal,
We all know why we're here. We all know why we're here.
No, but I'm serious. I do want to start with this. Harrison, Harrison and Vogt especially, you guys have really been going through all these draft prospects. A lot of the guys that you have thrown out so far are guys that might fall to 22, but are likely to go a little bit ahead of there. What would you make of this? I'll start with you, Harrison. What would you make of this idea of the Nuggets moving up?
Well, I could see it because, like you were just saying, a lot of the prospects that I like in this draft are kind of in that 15 to 20 range, it seems. The Pokus of the world, the Josh Greens of the world, who I think it could be a likely pick for Denver if they were to move up. Maybe that's the guy they're targeting. But the Nuggets, I don't believe, have ever moved up in the first round under Tim Connolly. They've moved back many times.
Oh, yeah.
For Tyler Lydon, they've moved back, obviously, for Gary Harris and Yusuf Nurkic. But I don't believe they've ever moved up in the draft. So this would be like an aggressive move that we haven't seen the Nuggets make before. If they're moving up for somebody, I mean, you've got to trust that they definitely believe like that's the guy, right?
Right. The other thing about moving up, so you have to think about the price tag of moving up, in the draft like that. Yeah. And I keep thinking, I don't know that in this draft specifically where it's so flat. After we keep hearing 7 to 25. Teams could just have their guy and it'll go crazy. I don't know that it's going to cost necessarily a player. It might be a future pick. Yeah. And to me, that would probably be the price tag for it. Is that what I can't imagine them saying, like, we're going to throw Monte Morris, like a player of value, into a trade to draft a player that could end up being nothing. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, trade a rotation player for someone who might be a rotation player. Doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, look, if the front office feels they have a guy and he's circled twice on their board, go get him. I mean, I think teams are willing to move down in this draft. I don't know how much it's going to cost. It might be that pick you mentioned. But I don't know if that's something that a ton of Nuggets fans want to see. Maybe I'm wrong. It just doesn't seem like a draft that warrants that, especially when trading out of this draft might actually be a move that can net you more total assets rather than just trying to get this late first rounder right or moving up and get that right as well. So I don't want to say I'd be surprised if they did it. I don't think it really sounds like the right move to me.
So I was just going to say, what are we talking about in terms of moving up? We're not talking about the Nuggets jumping into the lottery, I don't think.
Right.
Because a lot of what we hear in this draft is like there are teams like the Warriors looking to move back, maybe even the Timberwolves looking to back from number one. The Nuggets aren't in that discussion, right? This is probably, if they were to make a move, I would guess just move up a couple spots, right?
Sure.
Right. Yeah. Right. Correct. I should rephrase that. And Mike Singer, of course, that was what he was saying as well. It wasn't to go get LaMelo Ball or Wiseman or something like that. This was maybe at 15 or something.
I mean, these latest mocks, all to your point, Adam. I mean, all these guys like Jalen Smith, all of a sudden is at like 13, 14 territory now. Mm-hmm. Don't think you'd get a Desmond Bane at 22 if that's your guy. So
maybe
it's certainly.
I think you might. I think Bane would be available at 22.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out, but it certainly seems like the lion's share of guys that a month ago looked like they were going 22 and maybe had a lot of value at 22. Teams are picking up on those guys and they're moving up on boards.
I think this draft might go like the election just did, where like all of the mocks are just completely wrong.
Yeah. So you mean like every draft ever?
No, not. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's like, all right, so far I'm 9 for 11 on the order or whatever. I think this year might really just get to where it's like Pokusevski's going 10th or maybe 35th. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I think what happens is in a typical like draft process, all the scouts, all the like GMs, they're all in the same gyms watching the same guys. There's definitely an element of groupthink that just kind of happens and everybody's board kind of gets similar. But now like it's just been the teams huddled together. Like, there's some like outside information that gets in, but it's just the team's board. So I think there could be like, a Papagiannis like getting picked in the top 10 or something crazy like that.
But all that's to say, like, one of these dudes is going to slide. One of these intriguing guys is going to be available. And so, like, unless Denver feels like they have someone circled who is their insurance policy to, like, maybe grant walks or something, unless they feel like they have that, sort of rotational piece right away, I just think you can sort of rest on your laurels here, sit on your hands, and someone interesting will fall to you. And you don't have the pressure that a lot of teams in the draft have of taking someone who can help you right away. Denver's just not in that position, I don't think.
It almost would seem like that they would have a guy or two guys and that they know that they're going a little bit higher. I mean, another thing I was going to say about when you're talking about, it's not just the groupthink, Harrison. I think even more than groupthink, when those guys are in the same room together, they're all reading each other, right? And I look, most guys aren't good enough actors, especially general managers, to be like, hey, so, what do you think of Pokusevski? And, like, really play your cards well to where it's like, we don't like him at all. We hate him. And they're like, okay, those guys like him. Like, we can tell. But now where everything is through Zoom and people aren't together, maybe you're on a phone call, it's just harder to read. So I wonder if there's less intel on other organizations, there's less ability to read, and maybe that just creates a little bit more chaos. And even, this is true even if you just look at the mock drafts. If you go through all of your draft experts, your big names, what is this, Oh yeah, everybody's loving the shirt today. Vote. You're getting a lot of comments in there for the shirt. Very gorgeous.
The dad energy on fleek.
But if you just go through the mock drafts, there's a lot of differentiation even there. Even all your draft people have guys on just such different planes. So I could see it. The other thing about trading a future first, because we've heard these next 2 draft classes are really good. So if Denver were to move up, trade next year's pick to move up. The one thing is, I trust Tim Conley's eye for talent to be able to turn whatever draft picks and draft assets they have into a better draft pick next year. So let's say they lose out on next year's draft. They trade out. They were going to have the 25th or 26th pick next year, and they trade out. Well, maybe Bol and whoever they drafted, one of those 2 guys ends up becoming more valuable than the 26th pick, and so they could trade it for the 18th pick next year. And it's like, okay, I just trust Denver's ability. Like, I wouldn't worry about them not having a draft pick in a future year if they had a guy that they identified and said, we can flip this into an even better pick next year through our development. So I wouldn't worry too much about them running out of draft capital. That's basically what I would say. Unless you were trading multiple picks, then you have to be real certain that the moves you're doing are smart.
I mean, they've shown in the past with very clear examples that, like, Tim Connolly really has a gamesmanship angle to him when it comes to this. Like, he really likes the idea of, like, turning 1 pick into 2, and like he likes the maneuvering. He likes, like, that is something that absolutely piques his interest, and like something he really focuses on, and it's bitten him in the past, and it's also given him like probably the greatest draft ever. So I can absolutely see them making moves. In fact, I would guarantee they'll make some kind of move. I mean, last year they didn't have a pick, but they still made a move and got in and got Bol, and like they're going to do something. Like, I just feel like Tim Connolly is just too. It's just, I don't know. I don't think he can help himself. Like, it's just who he is. It is nature, Like, this is his big game day.
You always want to come out of the draft with just somebody. Like, even if it's like the second round
nature
guy,
for sure.
Yeah, like, it would be really defeating if the Nuggets almost came out of the draft with nobody last year, but they got like the draft's most intriguing guy and Bol in the second round. If you can just come out of the draft with somebody that gives you like a little bit of excitement, that's just a huge difference than just nothing.
Totally.
And it's also just, I think there's a lot of, and this is what I'm kind of getting at with this whole you can flip it later, is sometimes you can plan too long and be too idle, and because you're like, oh, next year we'll have something. It's like, just get things done. Next year you figure out next year. This year figure out this year. So maybe there's a little bit of to that as well. Maybe it is tough in an off season to just sit there if you're in a front office and be like, we don't have anything. Like,
it is.
I'm getting a little itchy here. I just want to make some kind of move. It's funny because the Knicks, I think it was, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, the Knicks front office came out and gave their press conference at like the 35th pick. It was just like, are you guys not even, I guess you're just not even going to pay attention to the second round? Like, is it that impossible that some great deal could arise for you that you're not even...
We got our guy. We got
our guy and we're done.
We're set.
Exactly. Like, I don't think the Nuggets went into last year's draft thinking they were going to get Bol, but they're just
the Nuggets are working like throughout the entire second round, because like maybe you're going to pick a guy in the second round, but then at the end of the second round, there's the whole game of, all right, do we draft this guy or do we try to sign this guy as a free agent? Do we want this guy for summer league? Like, right. Tim Connolly is totally invested in that process, where I don't think every president of basketball ops is.
Is there? I don't want to hijack your segment here, Adam. Is there a single prospect that you would trade up for? So I'm putting you on the spot here, but is there a guy that you just think is definitely worth it?
So I really like Josh Green out of Arizona. Like, I just think that pick just makes a lot of sense for Denver.
3-and-D,
new Gary.
Yeah, the eventual
like my
Gary Harris
for him.
replacement, maybe. He seems super projectable. He's just 19. So I really like him. He seems like a guy who could be there at 22. Maybe you have to move up a little bit to get him a couple spots. Poke is number one on my board for the Nuggets.
I think the Serbian commenters have influenced you on this, Harrison. You're very easily influenced.
Do you think it's possible that if he didn't have a name like Poku, that we wouldn't be so enamored with him? Like,
yes,
that's a big part of it.
Like, if his name was
pretty sure.
if his name was just like Toby
Yeah, no, Gary Harris. I'm telling you, like, I think Gary Harris had a more cool name. Like, I think people would be like, "Oh man,"
it's like fun to be like, "Man, we got to get Poku." Like, there's already like a thing built in.
Yeah, so I'd say Josh Green might be my guy right now, to be honest. In that kind of 20 to 22 range.
All right. Well, interesting. Well, the people are clamoring for us to get to our draft. I could tell the people are in the comment section right now. So let's take. Actually, let me hit our Friday. Oh God, here it is. Yep, here we go. All right, let's hit our first break. On the other side, though, we're gonna have the great animal draft. Guys, food. I'm not gonna lie. My food takes very controversial. They haven't really panned out for me so much. Animals, though. Animals. That's my wheelhouse. I'm telling you, guys are coming into my home. This is a home game.
Expectations are high.
I can't wait to see how you blow this, man.
Expectations are awfully high. Oh, man. Looks like a beautiful day out. Looks like a great day for a Palisade Peach, doesn't it?
Like, it does.
Sipping a Palisade Peach at a park sounds like a pretty good deal right now. You can pick up the Palisade Peach from your local liquor store. It's one of Breck Brew's favorites, number one on my Breck Brew beer power rankings right now. The Palisade Peach. Make sure to pick some up this weekend. Also, guys, it's time for DraftKings Pick of the Week. I know you're hyped. I can see it in your faces. Everybody's hyped. So, I hit big on a DraftKings parlay last Sunday, picking NFL underdogs. So I'm sticking with it this weekend. This 3-team underdog parlay. I'm taking the Dolphins, the Broncos, and the Saints.
I'm getting in on this. I'm getting in on it right now.
The Dolphins over the Cardinals. These are actually most of these are animals too, kind of on theme.
Where's that game being played?
I don't have the home and away teams here. I'm sorry. Home field advantage doesn't matter with no fans there.
I'm opting in even to a little boost here for this. Okay, so we're going Dolphins.
Over Cardinals.
Okay.
Broncos over Falcons. Over Falcons.
Dude, oh my God, is it okay?
Saints over Bucks. $10 I'm putting down to win $207 if those 3 teams win.
Did you do the 20% parlay boost?
That's what I'm saying. I just did my parlay boost, so I'm going to get even better odds than
You might even get better odds than that with the parlay boost.
Hell yeah. So how much are we putting down?
I put down 10 to win $207.
Oh wow, look at that.
$10.
I'm in, Harrison. I'm in on this bet with you.
So we're in on that. It's a DraftKings pick of the week.
Yours is how much you win? How much? 200 what?
207.
See, I got 271. I got that odds boost, baby.
Damn. All right, I'm about to make another bet. The same 3-team parlay with the odds boost.
It's going to be devastating.
Check out DraftKings Sportsbook for awesome parlays and promos.
Can't wait. All right, it's time for the Feast de Resistance. It's time for... Oh, wow.
Oh, baby.
Does anybody... I'm a 1984 kid. Does anybody else remember? This is the greatest television show in television history. Wild America theme song right here with Marty Stauffer.
Yeah, I remember. Was it from People of Omaha?
You know what's funny is I have the full box edition of this DVD, Wild America box edition. Fantastic. Oh. This was like, everybody liked that show, Planet Earth. Do you guys remember that?
From 3 years ago?
The show Planet Earth? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. It was a little bit old. Everybody liked that. I always say this. You didn't learn anything when you watched that. That was just like HD cameras in slow motion. And everyone's like, wow.
What do you mean you don't learn anything by observing?
You didn't learn anything from those documentaries. Those shows
Adam's
were
already
just like,
seen everything.
We didn't learn.
He's seen the entire Planet Earth already.
Yeah, we didn't learn Marty Stauffer's agenda.
Oh yes, his agenda. I'm telling you, these were like back when they used to make the documentaries for educational purposes, and they were just so good. That's what it was. You learned a lot. So
this is such an Adam take.
I highly recommend them. All right, we have to, as we always do, guys. We have to go through and talk about our parameters here.
Yeah,
because
this is big.
This is going to be harder than foods. So
this is going to be a mess.
We wanted to know how specific we have to get. Now, first of all, let's throw out no subspecies, right? Like you don't have to like.
Yeah, we decided like where along the classification tree do we stop?
But even that I think is not fair.
Phylum, class, order, family, genus, or specific epithet.
And even that's too much because we don't. I just
know
think
what we're talking about.
So no, but seriously though, like is eagle? Does that count, or does it have to be bald eagle?
Right, right.
Or does it have to be bald eagle?
This matters.
What's that?
This matters big time. This is pretty much like the
It's not
line
bald
drawing.
eagle. That's not bald eagle. we're using an example here. Kel, don't get ahead of yourself here.
We're going to say we'll stop at eagle. Eagle.
No, I'd say we throw something out and then we decide on whether we need to get more specific
I agree.
or more general.
Strong agree.
Oh boy, this is going to be an absolute disaster.
Okay, and then
Room
again,
for interpretation.
This is.
I know. Wiggle room. I'll take her.
It's kind of funny that it says animal snake draft. It sounds like confusing.
That's what I did that intentionally.
Sounds like we're drafting types of snakes.
Yeah.
That's
maybe on Monday.
So, and then here's the other thing: we're not trying to. It's your own criteria. So it doesn't have to be what animal is tastiest or what animal is most ferocious. It could be whatever it is that you think. Whatever it is that you want.
Whatever gives you good feelings about an animal. And
all right.
Don't forget, Adam. Adam, you are at the mercy of the voter. Like,
of course, the voter can vote on their criteria as well.
So you should think about other people when you're making these, and like other people that go to restaurants or eat.
My gift to the world is just me being myself, Eric. So if they reject me like they have for the last 2 drafts, I accept that.
Your gift to the other drafters is you being yourself. All right, go ahead.
All right, number 1.
This is a layup.
Dogs. I'm taking dogs. Dogs are off the board, baby. Dogs.
You dirty bastard.
Oh, my dog just groaned with that. He's like, "What are you saying about me?"
Bad pick, bro.
Come here. I want you to be on TV. Come here. Look at this beauty. Can you guys see her? Oh my gosh. Can you give it a nice? Look at her.
Great. Yeah, great. Move on.
Cute dog. Very, very cute.
Absolutely.
Congrats on the dog, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, great.
Listen to when you pet her like this. Listen.
James, congratulations.
Pet her ears and she's such a sweetie.
All right, go.
Kima. All right, go on.
All right. Well, with the second pick, I'm going with what I thought Adam was going to take with pick number 1, the bald eagle.
Wow.
What a shock. That is a real shock, man.
Unbelievable.
Eagle.
He's feeling very patriotic today after the.
No, bald eagles are just so awesome. Like, if you see a bald eagle, like, it's pretty dope.
Listen,
I see a bald eagle every day. Every day I see a bald eagle.
Some of us don't live right next to a wildlife preserve.
No arguments.
Some of us city folk don't see bald eagles that often.
Kale, you're muted. You're muted, Kale. But we can see the disgust in your face. We all
That's true. We can. Bald eagles would have been available in like the 3rd round. Bro. Like they're really cool. There's so many cool animals. When we were going through this list, there was
an unreal reach, though. What an unbelievable
I don't know, man.
reach.
I'm about to pull such a dev with this 3rd pick.
Oh,
he picked McDonald's, right? He picked McDonald's, right? So I'm going to take the McDonald's.
Hold on. Okay.
I'm going to take the McDonald's of animals. The lion.
Hey, that's great. Are you kidding? The crowd loves it.
No, it's like the number 1 animal.
Oh yeah, it's like a top,
like by grossing value or something,
So
I just googled top animals and lion was number 1.
When I was in South Africa,
all right. Anyway,
I want to say this with me. If you ever go on safari, if you're ever in the bush, and you see every single animal in the bush is terrified. Like they're all like constantly like this, except for the lion that just like sleeps like a dog, like on its back with its belly out.
Would you say that they're the king of the jungle?
Right. But it's like the degree to which they are the king is incredible. It's a really great pick.
The number 4 pick in the 2020 Animal Snake Draft. The tiger, the better big cat, the tiger.
Wow!
All right. So I've got my first contest, guys. I've got my first contest.
We've got a contest. Okay.
So of course, tiger's on the board, Eric. I'm not. But do we have to get specific with tigers?
No.
Like no. All right.
What kind of tigers are there?
I don't know. Just like
a Bengal tiger versus a Siberian.
No, yeah, because that's just too regional, man. There's regional giraffes.
I withdraw my. I withdraw my.
But I will say, hold on. You have to talk about this tiger-lion differentiation because lions are pretty badass.
Do I need to explain to the listeners what the difference between a tiger and a lion are?
No. Why is it cooler than a lion, or is it not? It just was the only thing left.
Oh, have you ever seen a tiger? It's literally the most like regal. Even
King
though
of the jungle. King of the jungle.
The coloration on a tiger.
It is pretty. It actually is prettier.
The way that it looks like
tiger's prettier. I can
the
see
lion's
the
straight up generic ass tiger.
I have a hot take for you guys. The Tiger exhibit at the Denver Zoo sucks. Because they have made it to where it's not glass, so you can barely ever see the tiger. They're always like hiding behind the metal walls. It's really disappointing.
You should just kind of hop in
them,
there
to be
and go
honest.
looking for him.
The number 5 pick.
Hold on. Go.
And Kale, this is a snake draft. Get that number 5 off Apple. It's my pick.
Kale's never seen a draft before.
No, he's never seen one. The number 5 pick, and we're gonna have to help me out. Like, can I just say monkey?
This
No,
reeks
of
of shake.
course you
this
can't
reeks of
say
shake
monkey.
trap.
Are you kidding me? Of course you can't say
I
monkey.
say then chimpanzee.
Okay, all right.
The chimpanzee. It's
First of all, I want to make something clear. Not a monkey.
Well, that's a great ape.
Good point.
This is a terrible pick, in large part because of your the way you botched that reveal.
I didn't know. I just needed to understand chimpanzee.
Chimpanzees are like vicious, man.
Yeah, they're called animals. So are tigers. So are dogs. We allow them to be.
Chimpanzee. I don't like that pick at all. They're
Why?
like in the like in that entire like branch. They're like probably like 20th.
Yeah,
Behind
like
humans.
if you're going for monkey-like animals, you know what I mean?
Could have even gone like even more specific with the bonobo.
Dude, you just like the sexual version of a chimpanzee. Great.
What?
That's what bonobo culture is based on sex. They sit around and have sex with each other all day. Anyway, the chimpanzee, great pick. Your pick, Brendan, on the board.
You
All right,
picked
so
bonobo,
I'm
then,
really,
I guess. All
really
right.
surprised this slid to 6. I mean, maybe if you're trying to figure out how they project in today's NBA, like they would have done better 10 years ago. But I am going to take Bears.
Again, you can't do that. No, what kind of bear?
All right, that's fine. Challenge me. All right,
okay.
to get specific.
Hold on. How the F can you take dogs and he can't take bears?
Dogs are the same species. Do we not know this, guys?
What?
Yeah, the variation in them is very, very different. Like, they look so different, but they are,
Breeds, yeah.
So you're saying that a Malamute is to a polar bear?
What type of bear would you like to take, Brendan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
See, look, thank you. Oh, we have our biologist here. Where are we at? Boom,
settle
right
down
there.
now.
Thank you.
Settle down.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Settle down. Yeah, Nicholas is our arbiter today.
Yeah, he is
the
our
judge.
arbiter.
Nicholas is the
but-
Ariana.
Okay, I will take.
Bears and dogs are the same.
I will take the top kind of bear, and I know this because I googled it.
The grizzly bear.
Grizzly. I'm taking grizzly bears.
It's a good one. I'm not. Yeah, that's.
I'm not going polar. I'm not going polar.
In 2020, bro, you're running out of real estate, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
right.
We all know polar bears was the pick there, Brendan. You should be shamed.
I don't know. I don't know
I
about
strong
that.
disagree. I think grizzly bear's right. I think you did it
he's
right.
cooler than a
Yeah.
polar bear's toenails,
Yeah,
baby.
it's
Let's
a good
go.
pick. It's a
You
good
did
pick.
good.
All right. I'm going with the safe pick, the fastest animal, a cheetah.
Oh wow! All right. Well,
Safe pick after the bald eagle.
that is a safe pick. The cheetah. You think the cheetah's better than the leopard?
Leopards are pretty badass.
Leopards are really badass. The cheetah.
Jaguar. Don't forget about the jaguar.
It's like a leopard with puny arms.
But it's a leopard that's literally
It's literally the fastest
animal on Earth.
animal. Literally
What
the
does
a leopard
fastest
have going for
animal.
All right.
Did you guys know that jaguars chew on psychedelic roots before they go hunting? So they just trip out while they murder things?
Can't tell if this is true or not, but I accept it as true, whether it is or
I don't
not.
know, man. I saw it on TV.
I heard it on Joe Rogan. It probably
Yeah,
could probably
Joe Rogan. That is a very Joe Rogan revelation.
I love that show,
here.
by the way. Big part of my identity.
All right.
All right, back-to-back picks, Ab. This is big. This is where you can win the draft.
I can't believe it's still on the.
What fucking bird is Adam going to pick? Let's.
I am taking the horse. Taking the horse, baby. Can't believe it's still here.
Wow.
I'm
So in the
taking
Nuggets
it.
draft, that'll
He's
play
the bird.
well.
I got dogs
I-
and horse. This is a landslide. My God.
I actually don't know
You've
if
got
horse is
McDonald's
the
and
top
Wendy's.
way. Well, I'll stay quiet.
Yeah,
'cause I
dude,
don't-
that's like a snore pick, dude. That is a beast of burden, like yawn.
Oh my God! Yeah, for it changed Western civilization. It also, can we just say, if Jokic were to vote right now on who won,
get out.
who do you think would be winning? Who's winning on Jokic? Come on, baby. I've got this. All right. Let me find my drum roll, please. This next one is a little bit crazy. But it's actually 100%.
Yeah, well, we're into the third round, so that's fine.
The killer whale. The killer whale. Incredibly intelligent. Incredibly intelligent. They're interesting. They're top of the food chain. They're super smart.
Yeah,
but here's
take that right back, Maddie.
But no. Here's the other thing I didn't know. Did you know that orcas have not attacked people in the wild? Only the like prisoner ones have, but like in the wild they don't attack people.
Okay,
Only the slaves.
Super intelligent, super social. You know, they feel like complex emotions, and they're gorgeous.
No one's interested in this pick. Next pick.
Everybody's interested in it. Look at this. Look at people are like, nice. Look at this.
Great.
All right, my draft's about to go off the rails. I'm just letting you guys know.
What do you mean about? You
Hold
had the
on.
second pick that went off the rails.
Chameleon. Any animal that can change colors is dope as shit.
Oh my god! What
That's
happened?
a great pick.
What
I did not see this one coming.
Yo, the chameleon in round 3. Holy!
Chameleon's an incredible animal, man.
Do you feel like this chameleon was going to get stolen from you? You had to jump in so early.
No, I just wanted it on
I
the
thought I was going to
roster,
be on the board.
and I've got 2 other crazy picks coming up right after.
Oh my god! This is
I like that pick, dude. I think that's a weird,
All right.
a cool, weird pick.
So some of you layman's might think Adam secured the Serbian vote with the horse pick. But shout out to my guy Boya. I'm taking the national animal of Serbia, the gray wolf. Put it on the board.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Actually, I got to get the crowd has to.
Denver.
approve that
Denver
one.
approves. Denver loves the gray wolf.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
actually,
right. Wolves
Very
are
topical
in.
right now.
Wolves are back in. That's right.
If you don't know, Colorado just voted for some reason to bring wolves back. That is everybody. I just know everybody that was in the voting booth looking at that one and like reading. They're like, well,
Are you guys ready to get absolutely?
Wolves are
brutalized?
cool, I guess.
Are you guys ready to be? To
Wolves
look
are
at
dope.
each other and wonder how you let this happen?
Technically, wolves are dogs, but we'll let it slide.
Adam, don't get us into this. Your dog's pick.
Am I right, Nicholas? Tell me I'm right. I'm right.
Number 12 pick in the 2020 Animal Snake Draft. I select a panda.
Oh, wow.
dude, Panda was on my board too, man.
Dude, the
Panda
pandas-
Express Panda combo would have been
That's
lethal.
not true.
right?
That's the
And
Panda
It
Express
was
Panda
on my
combo.
board. It was on my
And to
board.
follow up with my
Hold on. We have to talk crap about it, dude. The pandas, like, all of human, all humans are trying to keep the panda alive, and it's still struggling, man.
Adam,
Like,
We've
this
been
is
trying
a
to
very
keep it alive for
weak-
100
Adam,
years.
You drafted a swimming panda with the orca. That's
Yeah, the orca's awesome though. Like, it needs no help, man. I don't know.
It's the same animal, but it's like way less interesting and less accessible and not cute. The number 13 pick to solidify my win, even though we still have another round, I choose the koala bear.
Man, you picked some
Koala.
lame ones,
Man.
dude. He's trying to get the Australia vote. This is smart. This is actually really smart. He's trying to. Somebody's got to take kangaroo just to get him. I don't. Koala bear and panda, man. They're just like.
Okay, we'll see what the voters think. Adam.
Struggling,
We'll see-
man.
We'll see what the voters think if they're interested in if they want a free willy or if they are interested in kung fu and adorable.
Have you heard a koala? What it sounds like? It's pretty like gross. Like,
No.
it's really a gross sound. You think it's like cuddly, but it's
If you
not.
do that again, everybody be
Yeah.
really quiet.
That's what it sounds like. All right, what do we got?
All right, so I just looked it up, and I can confirm that jaguars do munch on vines that contain the major component of the potent psychoactive drink known as ayahuasca.
You got to take it, man.
In combination with the beautiful coat, the lethal force,
This is great.
and the heady lifestyle, I am taking the jaguar.
Man, wait, well, you lose a little bit of points for calling it a Jaguar. That's
Yeah,
That wasn't actually like
The Jaguar is specifically that English sports car. All right.
I gotta say I think that might be the pick of the draft just for where you got it. Man, you
All
have
right,
what,
I
lion,
gotta-
grizzly bear, gray wolf, and jaguar.
Yeah, I
saying,
gotta
the
be
bad
honest,
for
guys.
third in the draft.
Mid-draft analyst coming in here. Brennan is running away with this thing right now. You guys
What?
got some work to do.
I think Adam. I'm scared of Adam.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got some
Brett
momentum
was
here.
taking like the most popular
Kale.
animal for sure.
Yeah,
Do we feel like Kale has his finger on the pulse of the voting public?
Wow, sick bird.
Kale comes in and tells
Let's
us
go.
people
Let's
voting.
go to the exit polls.
yeah.
What does Kale have to say?
We really should just have Guy at 2 big boards, and he's just zooming in on parts of the world. Jaguar population up in
Here's
South
what Serbia
America.
thinks of the draft so far. Let's go to Australia.
I know we need Kale that's just looking at the board, but if we go over here, we got chimpanzee, we got panda. Okay, we go over here.
A lot of ins, a lot of outs.
Still waiting for the 5th picks to come in, but as of now,
Harrison, I think, is getting murdered. I'm not going to lie.
I need a water animal.
I am taking the long boy of the animal kingdom, the giraffe.
Damn it, that's a good pick. That's a great 4th round pick.
Long boy
Ball 2020. Shit.
I did not see this one coming.
That's
the
so
giraffe.
good, dude. The giraffe's such a good.
Great selection.
Have you guys seen how the giraffes do that like neck fight thing?
Yeah.
That's
Have you seen how
early?
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Giraffes are just like incredible. Oh.
It is.
All right, Adam, make your bad pick. This is by, let's see, 4th round.
Man, I'm telling you, these next two are
You're
going to be.
You're closing it out. These got to be good picks.
Highly controversial, but I know
Nicholas
it's not.
coming in here with some good analysis too.
Oh wait, hold on. What's he telling us? Oh, chlamydia. Wow, so the koala is really taking a really tough one. Yeah, lots of chlamydia.
I picked the animal that has an STD problem. That's a popular animal.
Sounds about right. All right, it's going to get a little bit controversial here. The orangutan taking it. You took chimpanzee. Orangutan significantly funnier. If you ever go to the zoo, they're right by each other. Orangutan. 100% of the time is, yes, they are too. If you go to the, oh no, you're right, it's the gorilla. Either way, you go and look at him. 100% of the time, the orangutan, absolutely hilarious.
Do you know what orangutan means? It means forest man. Like, you think a big hairy guy that they thought was a man early on is funny? Screw you, Ed. You're wrong.
I think so. And then I get back-to-back picks. You guys know I had to do a shout-out for my birds here, so I'm going to take the #1 top bird. It's not the wood duck, which I really wish I could take, or the hooded merganser. I have to take the osprey. The osprey. That's #1.
Did you just use the air horns for your own pick?
Adam took
here's what's cool about it. Here's what's cool.
Bird of prey. For his,
so here's what's cool. They can get one of their talons to turn around backwards so that they could catch fish. They're so good at catching fish, and then they hold the fish face forward because it's more aerodynamic. An incredible bird. Also, separated from all other birds 25 million years ago. It's like the crocodile of birds. It's great.
I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. I fell asleep during that.
Learn that one on Wild America with Marty Stauffer.
This is ridiculous. All right, Harrison, please pull us out of this nosedive.
All right, my final pick. Man, this is a
tough one.
Oh God,
I'm gonna go with the buffalo.
What?
Oh, that's a good one. I like it. I approve. Harrison, you have one good pick in your entire thing. Wait. Are you talking about the bison or the Cape buffalo?
Yeah, you pick a herd animal.
I'm talking about the buffalo. Shout out Ralphie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, the bison. He went with the bison. It's a good pick.
You could have taken cattle. You could have taken antelope. Just a herd animal. Walks around, eats grass, waits to be preyed upon. Great pick, loser.
I actually think the bison is the bison. I think the bison's fantastic. It's the symbol of the West.
He's also a Boulder boy. He's got.
Yeah, I know that. It's the pandering.
Thank you, vote. That's why I made the pick.
The symbol of the West, man.
All right,
Buffalo Bison's
you're also a shapeshifter. Is what you chose.
Man, Vogt could win it here. Although he just picked like the E. This is like he did like the.
I want my pick to read buffalo for the record, not bison.
So I struggled with this, guys, because I felt like I need a water
Moose
animal.
is still out there. Fuck.
Maybe something high on the intelligence spectrum. Dolphins come to mind. But if I've learned anything, it's that diversity is more of an exit poll topic than something that drives votes in these exercises.
That's a good observation. Yeah.
I am going to stick with my theme.
I don't know
would
if
fuck
that
you up.
voters,
Give me the silverback gorilla, baby.
God damn it, you son of a bitch! Let's go! You motherfucker!
What does it say about our voters that they can't appreciate any nuance?
That's so true. I mean, he really did go down the middle, man. Like this is a really right down the middle. Vanilla ice cream 5 times in a row.
Oh, I can't believe you took my gorilla pick. I cannot believe you just took my gorilla pick.
Holy
shit! You know what? Fine.
Did we screw up the count here? What are we doing?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the board's better with misspellings and
that's pretty true.
We're literally doing it live, guys. Just give Kale a little credit here.
All right, wrap up our draft here.
All right. So here's what I have left available to me. Okay, the elephant unchosen. Yeah. The dolphin unchosen.
Wow.
This comment's incredible, dude. That's so true.
Toxic masculinity. It's so true. You definitely have the toxic masculinity.
These are just animals that are on graphic tees at gas stations.
Oh, I should have worn my wolf tee for this draft.
You totally should have.
Okay, so
I hope that we have to. That's so good.
The other thing that didn't make it on, cats, house cats. Like,
dude, cats suck. Cats suck.
I'm being torn a lot of different directions.
How many times do I have to do the drum roll here?
I'm on the clock. I got the clock. Do I go with my actual favorite animal that's not represented, or do I pander to the crowd?
Yeah, share yourself. Share your true colors, man.
All right. My actual favorite animal, because of the coloration, because I'm a designer, because I appreciate things that are beautiful and dangerous, I like the mandrill. The mandrill baboon, essentially.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
It's the one with the gross ass. That's what you just picked, the gross ass one.
But it's just called the mandrill. The mandrill.
Yeah, it's
the one with the nose.
The color face. Yeah,
dude.
I believe it's the male called a drake. I don't remember.
When you see the poll on Twitter, please respond with the top teams you could have made with animals that we didn't pick. Because I think you could.
You know what? Maybe I'll go back and take dolphin.
No, it's too late. The draft is closed.
No, dude, you had 3 drum rolls.
God, yeah, 3 drum rolls, man. The man. It's definitely not how you spell. I don't think actually.
P-R-I.
Well, I can't wait to see how I have a chance this one. So I think I got a little bit more niche with the the osprey and the orangutan. So I might end up losing it to because the world is toxic masculinity, and of course he went right down the middle. But we'll see. I think it was a strong showing. All right, let's get a break. On the other side here, we are going to... Kale, do you want to share your come in here?
I'm just really mad nobody took my favorite animal, which is penguins. Like, that's such a great crowd favorite.
Yeah, it's one of the...
No, that's a Kale favorite. Is what it is.
No,
the bird draft will come later. We didn't.
We should have a bird draft.
Yeah, how about that? Adam not coming out of this draft with any birds.
I have...
that's definitely one
you got the osprey.
Right, osprey, sorry. Yeah.
Screw you, Al Mango.
I might win this one. Can't wait to see. Send us to break, though, Harrison.
This could not have been possible without Nicholas. I just want that.
Nicholas really killed it, man.
Yeah.
Really killed it.
Really brought it.
Really brought it. That chlamydia comment, just so great.
As we know, the college football and NFL seasons are in full swing. The action is still unfolding. So head on over to DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. With so many storylines across both professional and collegiate sports, this is the time to check out all that DraftKings Sportsbook has to offer. Head to the App Store now if you haven't downloaded their app yet, because you don't want to miss this. DraftKings is ensuring all new users are covered up to $100 to celebrate Sunday's NFL action. That's right, you bet they cover with risk-free Sunday betting. I, of course, talked about the parlay that I've got going this weekend. You guys can get in on that. They've got tons of odds boosts as well. Tons of cool player prop, team prop bets. So make sure to download the app and check out all that they've got to offer. When you use promo code RAINBOW, when you download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code RAINBOW, when you sign up, you can get this can't-miss offer. DraftKings Sportsbook is insuring your Sunday bets up to $100. That's right, you bet and they cover up to $100. When you use promo code RAINBOW during sign-up for a limited time, must be 21 or older, Colorado only, risk-free coverage paid out and site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And also, we got to talk about the official mortgage partner of DNVR, Chevalier Mortgage. You can call Virginia directly at 303-257-6578 or visit DNVRmortgage.com. Mike and Virginia Chevalier are not only diehard Broncos fans and proud CSU alums. Shout out CSU, big win over Wyoming last night. But they have supported DNVR for a very long time as DNVR members. They are a husband and wife team with over 15 years of financial services experience. If you're wondering if rates are as good as you're hearing, you need to call Mike and Virginia. There are some incredible rates right now. They make the refinancing process simple. They can save you hundreds a month and thousands of dollars in interest over the life of your loan. Who doesn't want to save thousands of dollars? And you can also visit DNVRmortgage.com and enter to win a free DNVR shirt or hat of your choice. When you do, most importantly, get set up with a free consultation to discuss all of your options. That's DNVRmortgage.com. Michael Chevalier, NMLS number 1931006. Virginia Chevalier, NMLS number 1910631.
A lot of people don't know if you've never bought a house before. People sometimes just gloss over when you talk about a mortgage. Usually, talking to a mortgage lender is your first step towards learning how to buy a house. So,
you learn what your budget is.
Yeah, you learn what your budget is, and a lot of times they'll walk you through them along with your agent. So if you didn't know that, you ever wanted to look into buying a house, there you go, Chevalier Mortgage.
And I know, like, this happened to me, and I think this is how most young folk feel, is that you hear house prices and it feels like a huge number that you could never accumulate that amount of money to be able to buy a house. But you'd be surprised, like, what it actually looks like when broken down into monthly payments. It's oftentimes not any different, or sometimes cheaper than your actual rent. So if you even have the inkling that you want to buy a house, you should just start very first, just make that phone call and figure out, what can I actually afford?
Exactly. Yep. Good stuff. All right, final segment here, guys. We have to almost go through it. That animal draft took so long. We have to maybe go through the animal draft.
I'm always tortured to sit and try to keep a straight face after the animal draft. thinking back what just took place.
Well, let's pull up. Kale, do we have the draft, the latest jerseys that have leaked? I want Eric to go buy. Do we have that ready to go? I'm looking at Kale, and he's just like
Eric said he was doing it before.
Oh, Eric, you
did not say that, but okay. So we do not have that.
Wow!
All right, I'll just take responsibility for it while we're on the air.
New City jerseys.
There's like 20 of them that are out now, and it's weird because it's like if they leak, then the teams just come out and are like, "All right, here they are." We get them.
The jig is up.
It sucks because the Nuggets haven't revealed theirs yet, and now I'm worried we're gonna have to wait till like February, and we're gonna be the last team to know about it.
I'm seeing last year's. Okay, hold on.
Well, they revealed the black skyline in the middle of the season, like before the first time they wore it.
Yeah, because there's always they reveal like a little bit of them. Yeah, we already seen Chicago.
Okay, cool. This is the first time I've seen that.
We haven't seen this one.
This is brand new.
This is the movie.
The musical.
The musical. It's the font.
The musical.
Right?
It's the font. Yes. So yeah, this definitely has a roaring 20s vibe that they're going.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to make Chicago great again.
Big Gatsby vibe.
Yeah, Big Gatsby vibe too. I actually really dig the look. I just don't know if I dig the look on a jersey. That's a little bit weird.
The thing. Like it's this is, in my view, this does not instill civic pride from an NBA audience. Like
right, that's a good point.
This is not how the NBA audience looks at Chicago and romanticizes it. This is how Joe Biden would look at the NBA and be like, "That's my kind of jersey." This is a big Joe Biden jersey.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
I have no idea what that means. But it's topical.
But it is Art Deco. It is interesting. I have a hard time imagining that this will be embraced by the city of Chicago.
Because this is the thing. Like Art Deco Chicago is dope. Like, okay, agree, but does it need to be on a jersey? Maybe not. So
I mean, it's interesting. What I'll say about these jerseys in general is that I just think it's cool. They kind of just have a blank check, and they're not like they can sort of do whatever they want, and it'll be around for a year, and there's an expiration date on it, so you're allowed to get like pretty out of the box, which I appreciate. And this is like out of the box. It's interesting, but I wouldn't buy this.
I have a big question about this jersey though. No Little Plans, is that from Chicago, like the musical?
No Little Plans, all big plans, huh?
We're not going to catch this reference. None of us from Chicago. We can look it up. Actually,
No Little Plans.
For us behind the scenes here.
I hope it's something cool that has to do with Chicago.
I have been in the musical, and I don't remember that being a thing. So.
It's on the surface, it seems like an odd slogan.
Yes.
Just going to say that.
Yes. Noah Tucker hit this right on the head. No one buys this that isn't an AARP member.
Okay, there we go. All right, what's the next one, Eric? Do you have the whole list of them here in front of you? Okay.
So this is obviously.
Oh God!
We've got more racing vibes here because the thing that I really, really don't like about this is that they saw fit to put a comma after Detroit. That really bothers me that they included like punctuation marks.
This is awful.
Grammatical marks, and so it like leaves a lot of like odd spacing. This is
Let's move on.
I'm not.
Yeah, thumbs
The one
way
thing
down.
I will say about all of these jerseys is that the Nike designers are really into these side panels being a different color.
They
They're
are.
really
Before we move
They're
on,
also really into this font for some reason.
Yeah. Before we move on, I just want to say I know a lot of people. In fact, most people consume this as a podcast, so they're not seeing these. Hopefully it still works for you to kind of hear our commentary on it. But just so you know,
we'll throw a link in the post on the DNVR of all the jerseys.
We're looking at Detroit, Motor City.
Yeah. And so you can take a look at these, but also just know that this is also available as a visual podcast. Most of our shows are on our YouTube channel. So if you're listening to this and didn't know that, you can head over to our YouTube channel, DNVR, and you'll see these. You'll see our show. You can see our faces while we talk about snakes and stuff.
That's less of a sell, but
less of a sell. All right, Eric. What else? We got to fly through these because we've only got about 6 minutes.
Fly through it, Jeebus. All right, so
ugly.
Let's see. So this is. I don't.
Clippers.
Difference here is they've added red and blue on the sleeves.
Oh, I didn't even notice. That makes it even worse. So this is the Clippers jersey. It's that black one with that gothic type.
It looks like dark gray.
The Grand Theft Auto.
It's Saints Row, dude. It's Saints Row. It's so
maybe they're it feels very video game-ish. I don't know if maybe they're throwing game warfare into here with
the two thumbs down. Hate they have the little red, a little bit. The Clippers are so lame, man.
How did they get the reception they did to this jersey last year, and they were like, run it back? How did
they must have liked it. They weren't
I think they make. No, I actually think they make
them.
No, they make jerseys several years out. I learned this a couple years back. It's not like this summer they made that jersey. They plan these out years in advance.
All right, let's go next. What do we got next?
Who's controlling this, Kale?
Oh
my God.
Oh, so
Miami Heat gradient.
They're Miami leading very, very heavily.
Wow.
I liked the last version of this.
This is awesome.
The Miami Vice jerseys, this
is
great,
their update. But I did like the last.
This is going to look incredible on the court.
I love the Miami Vice jerseys. I hate this gradient with a burning passion in my soul.
Yeah, this is this is like some New Jack. This is we're leaning really heavy to the Miami Vice feel.
Right.
It's to me, it's not as strong as the other offerings. I feel like they're just squeezing every drop of juice from this concept.
I think you're right. This was the leftovers of the.
To me, it's not.
It might pop on the court though. Aren't they considering doing the sort of Staples Center thing with the low lighting around the outside and light on?
They'll make it look cool for sure.
So this will pop on whatever court Miami.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of like if I were to put this on, I would look like an ice cream cone.
Oh yeah. Miami. That's the thing is Miami. The lower bowl of Miami always has very beautiful people.
Yeah.
All right.
This is not a jersey for the out of shape white guy.
No,
I'm throwing myself into that grouping too.
This is a jersey exclusively for the Instagram model.
That's all we have for
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. We have a week of the new Nets court.
That's so ugly. I've seen that. No, we've seen that.
Nets, right? This is.
It also feels like the throwback to the New Jersey Nets, who this organization completely abandoned.
Right.
So
Pretend
to miss me with this. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's like the Avalanche supposedly bringing back Nordiques.
Right.
Which is to me is always the strangest thing where it's like, hey, we stole your team, but.
That's true.
We're also going to steal your
throwback jersey.
Can you imagine if the Thunder did a Sonics jersey? That would be the ultimate.
That's exactly what it would be. They're like, cool, it's Sonics from Remembrance Night.
20 years from now, they'll do that, and nobody will have remembered the Sonics, and they'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? And we won't even remember that this was
yellow. That's a pretty nice
total hijacking. That's. I thought we had more. I thought there were more out there, but
we'll prepare. I mean, we were thinking about animals. So we didn't really get our act together. The way
I haven't been impressed with really that many of these city jerseys, to be frank.
Just leave the door open for the Nuggets having the best one again, man.
Boom! Let's do it, baby. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to us. This was fun. We've been having fun with these last couple weeks. We have probably another week of obviously, we go over all the latest news and notes with the Nuggets. And they'll be even... and they'll be even more, as we get closer and closer, it does sound like things are going to start picking up. Rumors, trades, all that different stuff. But, obviously after next week, things happen in earnest. Then we get the draft, we get free agency, all that stuff. So hope you guys are having fun with this. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, click out of the live chat comments and leave a regular comment. That always helps us out if you just let us know. Give us your 5 animals that were not picked. I saw a lot of people saying this. I think dolphin not going cougar. Dolphin and cougar should have gone. The moose, I mean, you got a strong big
White
3.
shark had a place on my lineup. I missed that.
Man, there's no shark. Great white shark could have been in there. You could easily draft a 5 that could compete with any of our 5s, I feel. But and then don't forget, hop on Twitter and vote for myself because I clearly won.
D-line.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Have a great weekend.
Vote for toxic masculinity.
He says in his Hawaiian shirt. Woo!